Okay, guys, so we are live. I will wait a few minutes just to give you guys some time to log on. I'm trying to get myself. I had this beautifully situated just a second ago. So I guess that's good for now. So we'll wait a few moments to give people a chance to come on because I did just announce it a few moments ago. So we'll just wait a little bit. I have my tea and I have my lunch sitting over there, so we're going to do little lunch and just have a good time. Hi Jordan, how are you? Yay! I know it's like midday and I'm sure a lot of you are working, but I'm sure a lot of you are also stuck home in quarantine or stay home, however they're calling it in your state or area. But I just wanted to come on here and say hi. It's been a minute. Do not mind my crazy hair. I've been running around my house doing cleaning things, and it's just been crazy. So my hair, let's be honest, my hair looks like that on a normal day, right? So I figured I'm gonna have my lunch. So I figured I would sit down. So you got your lunch. Let's have lunch together. So I got my pure leaf tea in my. This cup is so old. My old Playboy cup. I had it came in a set of 4 at one point. I don't know where the others went. I don't know if they broke. Don't know what happened. It's so old. Hef was still alive. This was like the early 2000s when the Playboy bunny was cool and still a thing. It's not a thing anymore. And then, hello, how are you? And then I got my mom gave us these because Joey loves Snoopy, and I made a pot roast last night. So I made a ton of veggies. So this is just, I don't know if you can see, potato. There's carrot in here. There's some mushrooms, and some celery and stuff like that. There's no meat in here. Because saving the meat for Joey's lunches and stuff like that. I don't normally eat. I do eat meat. I don't eat a lot of meat though. Oh, there's Desi. You cannot have my vegetables. No. But I normally eat a lot of lean proteins. I typically eat a lot of seafood and poultry. I do some vegan meats as well. It's very rare that I'll do beef, but it's just one of those comfort foods, and it's so good. I do love it. And right now, it's kind of hard with everything going on. For some reason, it's extremely hard to find any type of meat at this point. A chicken being harder than anything, but I did get lucky, and I did find a small bottom round, and I made a nice meatloaf with it. I drink lots of tea. I'm actually drinking Pure Leaf, the unsweetened black, and I've been really into oolong tea. Yeah, this is Desi. Say hi. You can see a little snout. I know you want my veggies. She actually likes veggies. She had to go to the vet because we thought she had an ear infection, but she actually, easy, had an anal gland issue, which that's like new to me. I prefer the decaf teas, like peppermint and stuff like that, that are naturally decaffeinated. I don't know if this one is naturally decaf or not. I'm pretty sure it is. Good seeing you too, Lou. But oolong is definitely caffeinated, and I didn't realize that at first. I was like, this is so good. And then one night I had like 2 or 3 cups, and I was wired, so no good. But I've been in the mood for. My mother made a pot roast. She was telling me on the phone the other day, and I was like, oh my goodness, that sounds so good. So I made one last night, and I made a ton of veggies because the veggies have always been my favorite part. Even as a kid, my mom did do pot roast. I never really ate the meat, maybe a little bit, because you had to have your protein. I'm just wearing, sorry. This is a shirt that I normally work out in. I think it's from Walmart. It's got this anchor on it and a pair of yoga pants. Nothing crazy. Desi's bringing toys to play with. We have no idea when our state's going to be opening up again. It's just essential business. I'm pretty sure that's like that all over the country right now. At some point, I will be doing that video. I'm still working, so it's been very. I'm grateful that I am still working because so many people are not, and I've heard about how crazy it is with unemployment and stuff right now. So I am grateful that I am working. It can be mentally draining because you're oh, thank you. Because when you're working in something like this, it is scary. You do your best to protect yourself, but it's the unknown. We are all in the unknown right now, and so that's very draining. Like when I come home, I have where I normally film my outfits of the day inside the house. I now have a hamper there. So, hey Red, how are you? So as soon as we come in, the shoes are taken off outside. You come into our little mudroom area. I've never really shown you that area. It's really, really tiny. But you know, it's whatever. We take our clothes off there, put it in the hamper. That hamper, when it's full, gets put straight into the wash with hot water just to kill, if gosh forbid, that there's anything on there. I am grateful to be working, because I know I would drive myself crazy with boredom. But when I am here, like, I'm busy sanitizing everything. Like, I do that anyway, but now with supplies being hard to find, I'm sure that's like that everywhere. Finding bleach or paper towels is just a nightmare. So I'm like trying to conserve as much as I can. I have started some seeds in the house. I've been doing. Let me show you. Look here. It's supposed to be a lunch video, but I'm gonna. I'm a part of a crochet group, as you guys know, and we make blankets for people in the old age homes. We make baby blankets for mothers who are struggling. We make baby booties and bonnets. We make all kinds of things for people who need it. It would be. My bedroom set has a huge mirror behind it. It's an antique set. I would love to put it over my bed. I would prefer it in the bedroom, but I just don't have space in there. And now that with this whole issue. Oh, that's wonderful. That's awesome. That's when we finally do get our place and we move. Obviously, nobody's moving right now with this. I would love to have the helm in the bedroom. I love that. But anyway, so what we've been working on. Sorry, guys. That's not. It's not the virus. I was sick back in December, and I've had this cough ever since. I know it's gonna go away eventually, but I have this like little tingy dry cough, which is sort of. Oops, sorry. It's sort of annoying because like at work people are like, "Oh no, what's that?" I am still doing the toys. I didn't get any recent ones. My purchases have been pretty basic as far as like, you know, I don't want to say survival, but like things that I can't get in the store I've been pretty much buying, but I'll show you. This is made with baby yarn, which is like a very pearlized yarn. So the ones I normally make are a little bit bigger than this. So we're making these are keychains to give out to the school kids when they come back to school, just to raise their. Can you come over here? You're in a very annoying spot. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Okay, you want to sit there? That's fine. So when the kids come back to school, that they have something to look forward to. So we're making these as gifts for them. We're also making them for people that are homebound, that they do Meals on Wheels for. Elderly, pretty much anybody that is not leaving their home or just to lift spirits. We're making these bookmarks. So I've made over 100. I just turned some in Friday. I dropped them off at the church. So the color on this is nice, but I think I need a different hook. It's not bad, but it's supposed to look like a flower, like a little tulip kind of thing. But this is the only one I have right now. But I do have an Ipsy bag I'll show you, and I have a small haul. It's yarn. Oh, hello from Brazil. That's awesome. Oh, thank you. So I'm gonna sit here and eat my. Got some mushroom. I know nobody likes mushrooms. There's carrots in there. Potato. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Oh, did I say they were keychains? I'm sorry. They're bookmarks. I don't know where my mind is, but they're supposed to be bookmarks. Sorry, I don't know why I said keychain. I don't mean to be confusing. I apologize, guys. But I have like a couple hoodies that I've ordered for myself before all this happened. Oh my goodness, girl. When I went food shopping, I tried doing curbside food shopping, just because it should be easier. So I went to pick up my order, and the one thing that I always have on my list is cauliflower because I always roast it. It's typically my lunch at work. I also love it as a snack, so is Joey. It's one of my absolute favorites. yes, I should be doing a shoe collection video, an updated one soon. But anyway, when I went to pick up the order, they'll tell you like what's available. They'll ask you to do substitutions. So the things that were on my list that weren't available, one of them was the cauliflower, and I was looking for baking powder, which yeast baking powder flour, good luck finding that anywhere. It's insane, but I do have some of those things, but I'm halfway done with my baking powder. I wanted another one because I'm going to use it. So that didn't happen. So I went and did my curbside pickup first because I ordered, I got some of my groceries there. And then Joann Fabrics does curbside pickup as well. So to make some more of those bookmarks, I had ordered some yarn, and I did curbside pickup there. But I had to wait for them to get my order ready with the curbside, so I went to Walmart. I am not going back to Walmart till this is over. Oh my gosh, that was insane. So I did see in the news that Walmart, and I think a lot of stores are doing it. Like, they're corralling you so you can only go in one way and out the other. And on the ground in the aisles, it shows you, like, you can only go down one direction in these aisles. Kind of like a snake, like a zigzag. Oh, absolutely. I agree with you, Edward. So I went in, and from what I understood about what Walmart was doing, that they let one person in when one person leaves. Yes, I do. I did. We'll talk about the barbers in a minute when I'm done with the Walmart story, but absolutely I do. And I still do. But when I walked in, there was a greeter and wearing a mask, and he was very nice. Hello, welcome to Walmart. And the place was packed. Absolutely packed. I immediately regretted going in when I did. But I was like, I need some cauliflower. I do need some things. That's why I'm here. So, no baking powder, and nobody is practicing. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Nobody was practicing the 6-foot rule. I met one person. I was in the baking aisle looking for the powder, and he was like, I'm not trying to be weird or nothing. I'm just trying to keep 6 feet away from you. I was like, no, dude, I totally get you. Like, thank you. I appreciate it. Because we're looking for things. We're in the same aisle looking for things, but you have to keep... I cannot tell you how many were not doing. He was the only one in that store that I met that was actually following that protocol. I was honestly a little annoyed about it. I was like, people, like, what are you doing? Like, this is serious. Like, Joey's grandmother, her brother, so I'm not sure how the relationship, if it's the grandmother's brother, I don't know, like, how related to Joey that is. He has the virus. He lives in New Jersey. And he's getting better. Last I heard that he's doing better. But I mean, like, this is no joke. People are dying from this. People are on ventilators. It's serious. Like, some people do get mild symptoms and recover, and that's great. But you don't know how it's going to affect you necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you have asthma or some kind of autoimmune disorder. Maybe you have an autoimmune disorder and you don't even know it yet. So don't be taking those chances. Our stores are doing that too for the elderly, which I think is great. I actually donated, when I dropped off my bookmarks to the church, I did donate a bag of food. Because I do know, hi Starman, I'm doing good. I do know now that, I've known, but some of the elderly in the area have trouble getting up early because of, oh, hello. They're having trouble getting up because of arthritis or stuff. They just can't get out early enough. And the local food pantries have been getting hit, obviously, because people are hoarding. It's hard to find things. People need food. So I have been, that's true. That's a good idea. I did drop off some food. Every time I go out, I try to find, like, basics, like, that I would want in my cupboard if I was struggling. Like, I got them some beans. I did get some... I always keep this in the house for, like, if the power goes out, or, like, if there's a snowstorm. I always keep, like, Chef Boyardee ravioli, because there is protein in it. It's not something I normally eat, but it's something that, like, in a quick fix, you have a protein, and it's, it'll last for a while. So I got them some of those. I did find some paper towels. I put that in there, because I have enough paper towels. So I put that in there. So just basics that I thought people would need. I donated a bag yesterday. I wish I could have donated more, but I did what I could. So next time I go shopping, I will get some more items for the food pantries, because I know a lot of people are struggling right now. But what a mess that was at Walmart. So I did go there to get that particular Walmart's the only one that has my spray and hair conditioner that I use. So I was going to buy one. I got two. I kind of like bulked up on certain things like my razors, cotton balls, things that I use on a regular basis. I bought two of them so that I am not going back for a long time. At this point, I will go to a place like Walgreens or, whatever pharmacy. I will pay extra to avoid going to Walmart. Oh, thank you. Canned corn's a good one too. I know I donated some canned beans. I got some dry beans, pasta, sauce. I did some basic stuff like that. I was hoping to find toilet paper. I know that's like a running joke everywhere now. No, my job is considered essential, so we are still open. But I was really hoping that I could donate some toilet paper because I know how hard that is to find right now. But no luck on that. I have enough, but I know other people don't. That's sad. People are forgetting. In the area that I live in, it's a very rural area. And there's two major cities, I don't want to say it's not far. It's about 4 hours to each of these major cities. And what they've been doing, they've been coming to our area, pretty much buying up the supplies and going back to their areas. So it's annoying because it's harder for the locals to find their regular basic things. And so I know some people are like, well, just go to the market every day. That's not the point. You're not supposed to be going out. You're supposed to get what you need and then stay home, which I have been doing. But people just... Sorry, guys, I don't want to talk with my mouth full in front of you. People just aren't being considerate. And it really bothers me that, we are in this together, guys. Help your fellow man. I saw a video. This woman was filling up her cart with toilet paper, like the big packs. Like, she bought, like, pretty much all of them. And one woman comes up to her and she's like, I just need one, please. And the woman refused. Like, you're going to sell yourself for some toilet paper? It's not worth it. Like, I try to help people. If I have it to give, I will do it. I just wish more people were like that. If you know somebody that needs help, even just a bag of beans, definitely do it. Oh, absolutely. I normally keep my pantry relatively full, normally. I want to say about 10 years ago, I hurt actually it was right before I started YouTube, so it's probably longer than that now. I hurt my back, wasn't working, was worried how I was going to pay my rent, didn't have food, was starving. I took a job at a restaurant just so that I could eat, because I could eat for free when I was able to go back to work. So I know what that's like, and it's not fun. So I always made sure, like, after that, I was like, I'm never going to let that happen again. Like, even if it's just pasta, just plain pasta, we'll eat. I do. It's a LuLaRoe that I found at Goodwill. It's really pretty. I think I showed it in a video recently. But, knowing that, like, and nobody should have to go hungry. Absolutely not. So I've always tried to donate to the food pantry, whether it's money, whether it's food, something that I could help, especially now. But it's just amazing, like, driving home when this all started in my area, I saw two houses, like, not far from each other, actually. And they had these big boxes out by the garbage, and they were the freezers. Like, the big... And there's nothing wrong with having those freezers. But now, like I said, people are struggling to find food, and the hoarding was really... And it still is really bad here. That they'll just fill up their carts with whatever, and they're just storing it. It's like, if you're not going to use it, like, obviously have a little extra in case you are locked down for 2 weeks or longer, who knows. But to the point where those freezers hold a lot of stuff. Like, if you have a big family, I get it, but oh, that's good. I don't know, I just think people are being too selfish. Obviously, take care of your own, but leave stuff. Yeah, we have, for my job, I was given, I don't know if it's like a badge or a certificate letter to prove that I'm an essential employee. Joey is too, but I don't know if they've given him something to prove that. They must have. It's not something like we talk about. I try not to. I mean, I know we're talking about it now, but when we come home, we try to pretend that it's not going on outside, if that makes sense. Just because, like, when you're out there and you're talking with other people. Oh, thank you, Travis. Thank you so much. When you're out there and everybody's scared. Like, even when you go to the grocery store, everybody's afraid. My family's doing well. My mom's job has shut down. My mom has a compromised immune system anyway. And she had, before they shut her down, she had opted out of, because a lot of places were saying that if you don't feel comfortable working, you can opt out. So she had opted out originally for safety. My dad and my brother are also essential employees, so they're working. But, you know, we're doing the best that we can. Initially, my mom was very, very scared. And, I mean, I knew it was serious. Like, everybody has heard what's going on in New York right now. And everybody was freaking out, like, oh my gosh, what if it comes here? And I was like, it's going to be okay. Just, they're saying, don't touch your face, wash your hands, we're going to be fine. And then it has gotten worse. We have seen, I've seen pictures of New York where the streets are completely dead. I have a grandmother that lives in New York City. She's been doing okay. She's fine. But she said it's weird. Like, she's told me stories like when 9/11 happened, how things were then compared to now. It's very, very eerie. And although she's been having no problem finding groceries down in New York, so that's good. I agree with you, Kennedy. That's how I've been doing it. When this first really got crazy, it came to a point where it was like 1 hour at a time. You just gotta get through it. Because everybody was talking about it. The numbers and the deaths and all this stuff. And it is overwhelming. Right. That's right. And I was planning on taking a cruise this year. I'm so thankful I didn't book it. I'm wondering how it's going to affect, like, the traveling industry. I don't know how, like, I think it's going to be staycations this year, to be honest with you. Because I would love to go to the Cape, but I heard that Massachusetts, Cape Cod specifically, had a lot of people coming to their summer homes from New York, from New Jersey, and other areas, and that's their hospitals can't keep up with the numbers right now. And the influx in the virus went up because of this. Like, people, I get if you're in an area that's high in this virus and you're scared. I totally get that. But if you are going to go to, if you are going to go to an area, like say you are living in Long Island and you have a home in Cape Cod, do the 2-week, like, stay at home. Don't be going out. You know what I'm saying? Or, in my opinion, stay put in your place. Like, stay in your home, bunker down, and just avoid going outside. I know that people are scared and they want to escape this virus, but you don't know if you have it. Like, that's the scary part. For 2 weeks, you could be carrying it and not know it and infecting tons of people. So if you do have a summer home and you're traveling to it, quarantine for the 2 weeks. Like, that's the least you can do for these little areas that may not have the ability to take care of you if you do get sick or get others sick. Because you're seeing that in a lot of areas right now. So I hope you're all staying safe throughout this whole thing. Hopefully, within the next couple of months, we'll be past this. I read a report that they're thinking we're going to be doing this for 18 months. I can't see them having us locked down for 18 months. There's no way that our economy can survive that. I don't know if we're going to have a summer, which kind of stinks, but it is. Mom's doing good. She's scared. It was our first Easter not being able to see anybody. And, the last time that we had a holiday where we weren't together, was before YouTube. My grandfather was sick, and he had cancer, and his surgery was on Thanksgiving. And at that time, the family was, when you're going through trying times, sometimes you get trying with your family. That makes sense, but there was other things going on at the time as well. Like, looking back, it's just bullcrap. But, so that was the year that we didn't have Thanksgiving. I invited, we had, elderly neighbors at the time, and I invited them over because they had nowhere to go for the holiday. I bought a turkey. I did a small thing at my place, even though, because I was told I wasn't needed at the hospital. So they were like, just do your thing. I'll take care of the hospital. I was like, fine, just call me. Let me know what's going on. And, that was rough. It was rough. It wasn't easy. So, like, this kind of brought up some of those feelings. But we understand that stay apart now so that we can be together later. So that hopefully Christmas, when it comes, that we can be with one another. That would be great. My birthday's in June, and I have a feeling we're probably going to be in lockdown for my birthday. Which kind of stinks, but maybe I'll treat myself to a Nintendo Switch game. I don't know. My brother's birthday's in July, and I'm hoping that by then we'll be out of lockdown. But then again, when this does happen, how many of us, like, I don't know if I'm going to be going out to eat right away or going anywhere right away. And I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. I forget the name of that phobia when you're afraid to go out. It's not that I'm afraid, it's just give things time. Because there is going to be a second wave, I guarantee, once they open things up. And as far as, like, opening the economy back up, I'm not trying to talk politics, guys. It's just my ideas. Like, because people are getting their stimulus checks now, which is great. But you want to stimulate your economy. A lot of people are going to be paying their rent, their bills. I know that it's intended to, like, go shopping at little places, but a lot of those little places are shut down right now. So the businesses that really need it aren't going to get it. So, and it's not like you can hang on to that money until they're open. I get it. A lot of people aren't working. You need to pay your bills. You need to pay your rent. I think there's a mortgage, I think they did something with the mortgages that you could, like, postpone your payments. But anyway, what they should do, like I said, I was able to do curbside delivery for my groceries. We really should, like, let these other businesses open up, but only do, like, curbside delivery kind of things. You know, like, you call your order in, or, like, maybe they'll put pictures of what's up on their website, show what they have. Like, there's a shop not far from where I work that sells all cat kind of things, like cat pot holders, anything you could think of that has to do with cats, it's cats. So, like, take pictures of your shop and put it online, or put it in the window so you can pick, I want that. Like, do curbside delivery so that these businesses can start making money. I mean, that's just my idea. I don't know how you would implement it, but I don't think that that's a bad idea, especially, like, if we're doing this 6-foot rule and we're just going again, curbside thing. I feel like we're on, like, on a lag. Are we on a lag? Maybe. I know a lot of people are using, like, the internet stuff too. Happy Sunday! How are you? But yeah, that's what I think should be considered, is that do curbside deliveries for a lot of these places. Like I said, put in the window what you have. Like, take pictures of your stocks, put it in the window so people can see it, and on your website, and people can call their orders, and then you just come out and get them to you. Yes, it'll be in June is my birthday. But one of you did ask about Barbies. The toy box asked about Barbies. So, Barbie was my jam when I was a little girl. And I still love her. She's one of my favorite style icons. I haven't really collected any new ones. There's like one or two on my list that I'd like. I've gone through some of my collection. I do have a lot from when I was a kid. But I love Barbie. I'm not necessarily crazy about some of the new styles. The new Ken dolls, I am not about that life. That I do not like them. I'm just not a fan. And they've redone like the sculpts of like Kelly and Stacy. I kind of like the old, 80s and 90s styles. That's just me. Kind of like how some younger generations prefer Bratz dolls to Barbie. I will do a birthday outfit of the day, even though I'm not going anywhere. I think my birthday lands on a Friday. Does it land on a weekend this year? Which is even, like, more stinky. Like, I've been waiting forever for my birthday to land on a weekend because I wanted to go to Boston. Doesn't look like it's happening. Because they keep pushing things off with this. So, I'm pretty darn sure I'll be in lockdown for my birthday. It is what it is. I've accepted it. It would be nice to go out for a beer, though. I wouldn't mind that at all. Me and my best friend, on, like, Fridays, we would go out. Whether it was, like, a local place or Applebee's and get a nice drink and maybe some appetizers and just, talk and stuff. She got sick before all this. Not with the corona. So I haven't seen her in months. I haven't done karaoke in forever. All my friends are kind of introverted when it comes to stuff like that. I did film a new couch talk. It doesn't have pantyhose on because I've had requests to do it without. It's kind of like talking about what we're talking about now, but it will go up. There's a lot of, like, broth at the bottom of this. That was nice, though. Get my veggies. I normally try to eat a vegetarian meal for my lunches, typically. Like I said, I don't really eat... I do eat meat. I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan, but I don't eat a lot of meat. For, as you saw in my Easter outfit of the day, my mother sent down fresh pork. Oh, that was so good. We don't eat a lot of pork, and it's not that I don't like it. It's just one of those things, like, is Joey jealous? Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. Joey is fully aware that a lot of you guys are on here for fashion and for the hosiery. Doesn't bother him at all. He's pretty laid back. But, yeah, pork just reminds me of, like, my childhood, because, I mean, my dad's side's Italian, but when they came here, they got so Americanized that they lost a lot of their culture. My mom's side did not, and they're German. So, growing up, we grew up with a lot of, German foods and stuff like that, and, something about fresh pork. Oh, the way my mother makes it, it's just like, I can't really describe it. It's just like, it's my childhood. It's like, I put it in my, it's like, kind of like in Ratatouille, in the end of the movie, when, they bring the food critic, the Ratatouille, and, I'm sorry, that stinks. Joey's not jealous. And, like, we've been together a while, and there's been women who have hit on Joey and stuff like that. I'm barefoot right now. But in the end of the day, it's like, you know, as long as you guys have, open communication and honesty, you know, it's hard to work through things when somebody can potentially be jealous. It can be hard. Yeah, I mean, it can be difficult. I don't mind giving other women compliments or men. And Joey's pretty chill about that. It's hard though. Some people just have, whether it's insecurities or whatnot. Normally, it's something underlying with it, but you know, you just kind of have to work with them and hopefully get them past whatever insecurity or whatever the issue may be. That's why communication is very important. But yeah, what were we talking about prior to that? I don't remember. Oh, that's wonderful. So I'm gonna show you, cause like I haven't been shopping, but I did get my Ipsy bag, so I'll show you my little Ipsy bag. It came with this pack of masks. Bye, Jamie. Take care. Chat with you later. It came with these. I think these are considered Korean masks. J. John Essential Masks. I'm not too familiar with it, but I got 2 of them. Got a brightening and a calming. And I've already read the ingredients. There's no chamomile in these, thankfully, because I'm allergic. So I got those in my little baggie. The bag is cute. It's really... I like how the opening... Like, I know it's like almost the end of the month, so the next bag will be here soon. The little opening is wooden. It's got Ipsy on it. It's cute. What else is in here? This is Space Case. I think this is a highlight. Yep. I love highlighters. I have too many Jeffree Star highlighters. It's a little bit of a problem. But they're so awesome. Plus, you can use them as eyeshadow. Like, you don't have to necessarily just use them for a highlight. Especially, like, these colors, like, these shimmery golds are always, like, one of my favorites as, like, a base or, for your brow, not your brow, but, like, in the crease. I love adding a little bit of shimmer in that area. This packaging is super cute. I never use that brand either. This is a mascara. This is the main reason why I keep Ipsy. I haven't had to buy a mascara in a while. I'm using a Thrive one right now. Okay. This is Buxom. I didn't see your comment about the face mask. I'm sorry. Buxom, I've used their eyeshadows and they're really, really good. So I'm really excited to try this. And then this. Oh, really? Okay, this is an eyeshadow. Velvety Blendable Shimmer Rose Quartz Eyeshadow. This is made by Nomad. And it's a pretty, like, pinky color. Kind of like a blushy color. I have blushes like this. Look how cute. It's feeling like this is starting to hurt my booty, though. And the last thing in here, it's a matte lipstick by, I am not even going to try to pronounce that. Let me open it. The packaging is adorable. It's in the color Incognito. It's a nice color. It's a really pretty color. Ooh. It's got that vanilla smell that MAC has. A little bit more, actually. Ooh, that's nice. I haven't bought MAC in forever. It's just like, I feel like MAC is what you start using when you get into makeup. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not knocking it. They do make some great products. But then, like, once you learn what you like as you discover things. Like, my favorite blush comes from Tarte. Like, once you start playing with things, everybody discovers the new things that they like. I said, sorry, guys. Hey, I'm not sick. I do wear skirts a lot at work. Recently, I haven't. My job has, for the time being, letting us wear casual clothes as long as it's like not ripped jeans or anything like that. So I've been wearing my jeans to work. I can actually fit into jeans I haven't fit in like, oh my gosh, how long ago? At least 6 or 7 years. So I'm super excited. Like, ah! So I've really been embracing that with my cute tops. I need to get some more tops, but we're in that in-between period. We had snow yesterday. So like you'll have a nice day and then you'll have snow because it's just how it is around here. But I got some really cute summer tops that I'd love to take out, but we're still in that in-between period where it's like, do I take out the summer or do I not? And it's still like really cold in the morning, so I'm still using my winter coat, which needs to be retired now. I've had her for a few years and she's been so good to me. It's a Michael Kors, but this is like the year, like it's time. It's really worn out. But anyway, I will show you. It's just a yarn haul. It's nothing crazy. I feel like a little old lady, like, what's my yarn haul? Ooh. Because there isn't much to do when I'm not filming or cleaning. I haven't been eating out. And I know for people that's like, this is in like my sit down video, but I'm going to talk to you guys now about it. I know they're telling people to do takeout and stuff, and my job has done takeout or free meals, which is nice. But number one, it's about saving money. Number two, you don't really know if these people potentially have the virus, so I'm very leery about that. I mean, when we have ordered, because me and the girl I work with, we do our lunch date once a week. So we will order out. Obviously, it's all takeout. You know, you don't sit down or anything like that. But you know, I'll like wipe down, like I'll take the container, I'll get rid of the container and stuff like that. I'm very like particular. You're trying to limit your exposure as much as possible. But like I'm a little eerie about that. So even on a normal basis, we don't eat out all that much. Maybe once a week. Like Joe and I would go out for a dinner or something like that. Or maybe on the weekend we'll go out for a lunch. Maybe once, twice a week at the very, very most. That's when we're feeling like, you know, extra fancy or extra generous. But, yeah, haven't been doing that at all. And it's hard finding supplies, as you guys know, going grocery shopping. So it's like, it's staying. So it's like, when I go out grocery store, like, hey, what are we doing for dinner? I don't know. It depends on what I find in the store. That's kind of how we've been playing it. And I do got my basics and stuff like that, but, I bought wraps because I want to do some BLT wraps. That's going to be so good. I don't buy a lot of bacon, but I'm excited for that. I got to figure out what I'm going to do for dinner tonight, to be honest. But that's not here nor there. But, yeah, so I haven't really been eating out or anything like that. So I've been doing a lot of cooking, a lot of baking. I made banana bread. I might do a zucchini bread after this because I did buy zucchini specifically. I don't like bananas. And so Joey eats bananas, so there's always one or two that they get overripe and he don't want to eat them. And I was like, why are we wasting bananas? Because they sometimes get thrown out. So I've been freezing those until I have enough to make a banana bread. And he's been loving on that. So I'm almost thinking he's letting some of them go bad intentionally just to get banana bread. So I made a banana bread and he's been loving up on that. But I don't eat bananas, so I don't eat the bread. And I was like, you know what? I love a good zucchini bread, so I may be making that later. I did want to make homemade mac and cheese, but I don't know what to serve it with. I don't know. I have a few ideas. I'm probably going to do the BLT wraps tonight. That sounds divine. But anyway, so that's not here nor there. But I've been crocheting other than that. I'm working on a blanket for myself. Let me go grab it. It's over here. I work on the bookmarks while I'm at work because I don't want to bring this big thing with me and then have to worry about sanitizing it. I just don't. But this is the blanket. I've never actually made a blanket for myself. And again, I feel like I'm telling you all these things that are going to be in the couch video. So you're probably going to hear all this information again at some point. So this is what it looks like. It's actually, you probably can't see, there's actually metallic shimmer to it. Well, you definitely can't see it. But this is a shell stitch because it looks like a seashell. I'm about halfway done. Super pretty. So I work on that when I'm here because I like to tinker with my hands. I want to get my jewelry making supplies out. I packed them when we were moving, so I can work on that and maybe open up my Etsy store again. Thought process, maybe. But yeah, so I'll show you some of the yarn I recently got. My toes are plain today. I'm letting everything air out. I read somewhere that they're saying that nail polish can help, like, harbor the virus. I don't know how true that is, so I've been, like, negligent to put anything on, and I really want to. But they're plain. And I've been keeping them super short because, obviously, when you have a longer nail, I have nail brushes. I always clean underneath my nails, but some people don't. And it can harbor bacteria, so good to know. Keep your nails clean. So I'll show you the first two things. These came from Walmart when I got my cauliflower. So the blanket I showed you, I'm going to make with this. My foot is normally an 8 to an 8.5. It depends on the shoe. So I'm going to make something similar for her for Christmas because she loves black. I'm going to use this black metallic to make hers. Actually, if I show you just the ball of yarn, you might be able to see color. Okay. There you go. You can see the metallic in there. It's really, really pretty. I love these metallic ones, but they're so expensive. They're like $3 for this tiny little thing, and you need a lot to make a blanket. But I love them. You know me. Your girl needs her glitter. But I plan on for Christmas giving my mom one of these because we don't know what's going to happen if one of these stores are going to open up. So I am going to be crocheting a lot of gifts this year, it looks like. So there's that. We're going to I would just love to see my friends again, to be honest with you at this point. The church that I'm involved, and I know I don't talk a lot of religion because I know that's not everybody's thing, but we are they're going to be selling candles locally to help. The money for the candles is going to go to buy food for the food pantries in the area. So we're crocheting little hearts to put on them. So I bought this big red one for that. So it's really nice. These ones, like, they normally go for $10, but I got this on sale for like $7. So I got that. Joey wants a blanket. Well, I made him one a long time ago, and it's done. So he picked colors. This is one of the colors he picked. So I couldn't get the other color. So I got one of these already, and he wanted yellow and black. So I already have black and a yellow, but I couldn't get another one in this company because I want to keep it with the same. Because I already bought them. And sometimes if you get from different companies, the yarn can be different or just doesn't feel the same. So that's okay. Then I'm working on another blanket for another friend for, the thing came off, for either Christmas or their birthday. I'm going to try that one later. It's going to be a complicated pattern. But I got white for that. And I did get this was on sale, I did get a basic black. I have a few ideas for this one. So, that's all my yarn. That should be keeping me busy. Not to mention, I have a bunch of yarn to make because this isn't going to go to the bookmarks. So I have that pearl yarn. I got this little ball of yarn that I'm going to use. Then I turn them into balls. Then this is another baby yarn. And then I got this. I've made a ton with this. I had like 5 of these. And I like the colors, but like I never knew what to do with it. So they're being turned into bookmarks because kids love crazy colors. I know. That's like so 90s. Like, I love crazy colors. So I'm going to use that. And then I did get some other yarns to make bookmarks. So this was the one I used to make that one. Thank you. Then I have this one. It's like really soft. I got 2 of these. It's like a pinky. Probably should grab more of those. Because I like using the multicolored ones for these because kids like that. These 2. I could probably probably make one with you guys right now. I think I have one started in my bag. Let me go see, because I have this one really pretty yarn that I've been using. Okay, so it looks like I started this one. Well, tripping over my yarn. Okay, I got my little like clippy clip. So I've been using this pastel one, which is really, really pretty. You can see there. I think did I finish? Not really. I'm trying to remember how many stitches I did, or if I'm going into just the regular. No, I'm halfway there. So it's 3 double crochets 14 times. I'm wearing yoga pants right now. Like Victoria's Secret don't make yoga pants like this anymore with the bell bottom. It's all skinny leg and I hate it. But, you know, it is what it is. So, you do a double crochet. I know that's probably makes no sense what I'm saying, and this isn't the best way to film a crochet video, but you do 3 of these. So what you do, okay, we'll try. I don't know how successful this is going to be, but maybe we could do like a crochet video, we'll see. So I got my little loop here, and you're going to put the string over it. Thank you. Put it through the stitch, bring it through. So now you have 3 on your hook. Hi! So now you take your yarn and go through the first 2 and leave that one there. And then you do it again, and that's a double crochet. And then you put 3 of those in one spot. So there we go. How many do we got? There's 3 already in there. And so this is what I've been doing on my lunches. Sock nylons? I don't have any like nylon socks. Just counting off on this one until I can get to a point where I'll remember the number. But I really like these. I'm not normally a pastel person, but I really love these colors. For some reason, it makes me think of Rainbow Brite, and I don't know why. Because Rainbow Brite would think of bright colors. But these colors are just gorgeous. It's definitely like an 80s, 90s vibe. It's very, very pretty. So that's like what I've been working on my lunches and stuff like that. I'll put this back. But yeah, so it keeps me. I can pretty much like get half a dozen of these made on my lunch breaks. So not bad. Maybe I'll finish this one so I can show it to you. But what else is going on, guys? While I make this bookmark just for fun. My dog's up to something. I started some seeds, and they're in the house because it's been too cold to let them go outside. And I swear to you, she's tried eating them. That's okay. I love wearing fishnets. I don't get to wear fishnets as much as I wish I could. I have a ton of different kinds of fishnets. Once the weather gets warmer, I love wearing them with shorts. But it stinks because there's like nowhere to go. It's like sitting in the house wearing fishnets, which, I mean, I've done, but it's more fun to go out. Oh, the dog brought her a squeaky lobster. You gonna bring over your squeaky lobster? Come here, bring me your squeaky. Okay, I'll move the yarn. I want the yarn right there. Come on, give me squeaky lobster. Or you don't have to give me squeaky lobster. It's totally up to you. I'm ready for squeaky lobster if you want to. She's funny. Oh, I could do that. I could do it in my next catch video in fishnets. That would be cool. The one that will be going up soon, I think I have one of them uploading now, so you may see it. And again, a lot of the things we talked about today, you're going to see in that one. But that one is barefoot because that was requested. But yeah, like, I love fishnets. I just need a reason to wear fishnets. Motorcycles are out. Like, it's still pretty chilly out, but I guess they do. I mean, I think the minute the sunshine comes out, most motorcyclists will go out. I've never really been into. I can appreciate the beauty in motorcycles. Like, there's some gorgeous, gorgeous bikes. I'm not gonna lie. I am not a motorcycle girl by, any means. And the dog is literally playing with one of my balls of yarn. Okay, have fun. Just don't unravel it too much. Okay, now you're gonna play with the lobster? Got the lobster. This is one of her. Oh, it's got a little fuzzy. Okay, there's your lobster. Go get it. It was one of her Christmas gifts. Ew, I got the fuzzy on me now. Like dust. I'm going to bring back her lobster. That sounds really tasty right about now, doesn't it? I haven't had that in forever. Can't remember the last. I was in the Cape the last time I had lobster. So it's almost a year. But hopefully we can get past it. The problem that I'm seeing is that some people are just they're just completely disregarding the social distancing thing. I know that there's been a lot of protests going on, and I totally understand that people don't like being locked down. I get it. But it's not going to stop if you do not stop disregarding. The more you disregard, the more we're sitting like this. So please, for the sake of my cabin fever, just listen for now so we can get done. Oh, that's cool. Like I said, there's I don't know if you would call it a festival or what you would call it, but during the summertime, there's a huge biker get together in the area, and they come from all over the place. And some of these bikes, super expensive. I can only imagine the amount of money that goes into some of these bikes. They're absolutely gorgeous, and I can appreciate the art in them, but I could never ride. Just not my thing. Like, I don't have any tattoos. I love the art in the tattoos. I'm not, like, I know I would get a tattoo and I would regret it the next day because my mind changes so much. I haven't found that one thing that I definitely want on my body the rest of my life. And then placement's very important as well to me. So like I said, because people automatically assume that I don't have tattoos, that I hate tattoos. That's not the case. I have a Pinterest board with, like, different tattoos. I love tattoos. It's just, personally speaking, I know I would regret the decision the next day. I was like, oh, I should have put it here. Or maybe I should have done this instead. That's just how my mind is with anything. Oh, that sounds awesome. But, there's nothing wrong with appreciating the art in something and not actually having it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember somebody says the difference between people with tattoos and without tattoos is that people with tattoos don't care if you have them or not. Which is true, but I don't care if you have tattoos or not. I know that a lot of people are very judgmental about it. Yeah, how am I going? My tripod for this phone, I don't know where it went. I could try doing I don't know how successful we shall be, but like I said, I'm barefoot right now. In my yoga pants. Let us see what we can do. Sit. We can sit and crochet. You're a little too far away. All you're getting is the glare from my table. Let's see what we can do. I plan on playing Luigi's Mansion later. Oh, I guess that kind of works. What do you guys think? spill my tea. Randomly singing. That's been something I've been doing a heck of a lot of lately. Anyway, so. This isn't working, is it? We're trying. Yeah, I've been doing lots of singing and just keeping myself amused. Workouts at the house. Doing a lot of arm workouts. I've discovered some new ab workouts. It's been good. Because I don't want to lose the progress that I've earned recently. Sure will, Red. Definitely. I gotta definitely check that later. If you hear they're out. I have like a handful of Easter stuff up. I gotta put them away. I gotta do that later too. I got a lot of things to do. But this is fun. We haven't done one of these in a while. So I hope you don't mind me sitting here crocheting the rest of this thing. So, here we be. Here we are. We've been watching a bunch of different YouTube videos too and listening to different music. I've really been like, what's been putting me like in a better mood is like older music. Like a friend of mine who goes to I think what are you doing? Did you scratch it yourself? Or fart? I have no idea. She sometimes scares herself when she backfires. That is not uncommon. You can come up, but I know you don't like strings. Upsie. You okay? Come on. Come on. Miss Independent? Do we get kisses? Or not? Moody Chihuahua. You can chill there. I don't know what you want me to do. You okay? You got burpees? Oh, thank you. Oh, look, you can see the doggy eyeball. Look, there's a nose right there. Mwah. Good girl. Yeah, but like I said, one of my friends says that if you listen to like older music, it puts you in a happy mood. What are you? There's nothing over there for you. So I've been listening to a few older songs. I'm 5'7", and like the Monkees' "Daydream Believer" is one of my all-time favorites. I love that song. That one just puts me instantly into a good mood. I'm not a fan of country. If I do listen to it, it's the older stuff like Johnny Cash, Dolly Parton. Like, the new stuff is just not my cup of tea. Sorry if I offended anybody. But, especially now that he recently passed, Kenny Rogers. Islands in the Stream. I love that. Okay, this is going to sound, like, horrible, I'm sure. But, like, in The Office, when Michael Scott is singing Islands in the Stream and then Jim comes up because he doesn't want him to do it alone, like, that just made the song so much better for me. But I liked the song prior to that anyway. Yes. What's the problem? What's the problem? I don't know. What else have I been listening to? I love Joan Jett. I love her music. She's one of my favorite style icons. I just love her strength. I've been listening to her. I Hate Myself for Loving You. I love rock and roll. I like that. Her version of Crimson and Clover is awesome. What? I don't know what you want. Come here. I don't know what you want. You scratch your head. You scratch your head. I'm going to scratch your head just because I can. You come here. Come on. I do like that, Benatar. Are you going to come here? Or are you going to sit there and whine? I don't know what you want. I don't know. I did play the flute briefly in when I was in high school. However, I got bullied a lot by the band kids, so I dropped out. So I didn't get very far with it. Come on. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. I think she's not happy with the noises outside. There is a lot going on. But I don't know. Hi. But so yeah, I've been listening to like the classical stuff. I've been listening to. I also like actual classical music. I listen to a little bit of Vivaldi. Like Vivaldi's Spring is like one of my absolute favorites. You gotta listen to some of the classics as well. What else have you been listening to recently? Like my music has been like all over the place. I've been listening to My Chemical Romance. A little bit of Blood on the Dance Floor. I did do chorus when I was in school. I'm always sick. When I got sick back in December, that was probably the thing that like upset me the most. Is that I couldn't sing. I was like, because it brings me happiness. I do love that. When I worked for an Elvis impersonator, I did do I was a backup dancer, but there was another group that worked with us, and they were a Blues Brothers group. But one of the Blues Brothers also did a Johnny Cash impersonation. So I would be his oh my gosh. We would perform hold on. Jackson. Oh my god. Her name is on the tip of my tongue. He married her. I want to say Roseanne Cash, but that's his daughter. Oh my gosh. It's I can't believe I'm having a mental fart right now. Okay. June Carter Cash. I think that's it. June Carter. I was gonna say May, but that's not right. I think it was June Carter Cash, um, who did music with Johnny Cash back in the day. So we would do Jackson and a couple other songs as part of the show, depending on what night and what we were doing. The shows changed. I do sometimes miss that. It was a lot of fun. And there is Good, Julian. How are you? So there's the bookmark. The dog's trying to get herself in trouble. I'm watching you. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Because I had to bring her to the vet going on, I guess, 2 weeks ago. Hello, I hope you're doing well too. Because they had to express her booty gland, her anal glands. I know that sounds like really, really gross. I've heard of it, but we've never really had an issue, at least not that I know of. I brought her because I thought she had an ear infection, but that was fine. So because of the virus, I wasn't actually allowed into the vet's office with her. So they took her, and they did her per checkup, and everything was fine except for that. And they used the term expressed the glands. So I guess they just I wasn't there for it, so I guess they just go boop. They poke something in there, and then whatever happens. Cause she came out smelling kind of funky, but they like sprayed her with something, so it smelled like fruity funky. It was really gross. But apparently that happens, and they said to keep an eye out and see if it happens again. And I was like, I'm looking for the warning signs. I don't know what I'm looking for here. But that's where we're at right now. She seems to be fine right now. But apparently, like the stuff in the glands is really, really smelly and gross. So, that's where we're at with that. I'm kind of glad that I was not in the room for the expressing of this fluid, because that would not have been fun. I don't think so. I've heard horror stories about the smell. But I felt bad that I couldn't be because that's my little baby and I don't want her to be alone. So, mixed feelings. But I think she wants to play but doesn't know what toy to play with. I think she's bringing me her little bug. She's going to play with herself. She's a cutie. I'm waiting for her to bring it. You gonna bring a toy? Come here, bring a toy to me. You want to play with me or you want to play with yourself? Oh, that didn't sound right. I'm sorry. That sounded really gross. Come on, give me the toy. Give me the toy. I got the toy. Her little bug. Get it! Get the toy. Yeah, you show that bug who's boss. Get the bug. Okay. Sorry, guys. I moved the yarn out of the way. Then we'll drink some tea, crochet a little bit. I haven't done a cooking with me video in forever either. Maybe we'll do something like that one of these nights when I come home. That might be fun. You hear little mixed squeakies in the back? What was that from Emperor's New Groove? Squeaky mixed squeakins? So I know some areas are like mandating masks. I don't know if that's like countrywide or if it's statewide. I heard that California is doing it. Is there any other countries or states that are doing it? I'm sure a lot of the countries are probably mandating, but I don't know if it's a state-to-state thing here in the U.S. Texas is... I'm sure a lot of them are by now. Do I step on bugs? Not intentional. I did at work the other day because he was at my desk, and no, I'm not dealing with bugs at my desk. If you're outside, I won't kill you. In my space, I will. Although, when it gets warm, my windows face like the sun at all times. It's, well, not all times, but you know what I mean. Like, it gets a lot of sunlight, and we get lots of ladybugs. So I'll open the window to let them out. If you ever get a ladybug land on you, they sometimes secrete this stuff that really, really stinks. I don't know. I guess it's a defense mechanism for the ladybug, but ladybugs actually smell pretty bad. I think they're cute, but they stink. And you know what I haven't seen in a while? We call them man bugs, but it's a ladybug, but it's the reverse color. It's the black with the red spots. I haven't seen one of those, and I can't tell you how long. I mean, I think they're just ladybugs, but I know a lot of people call them man bugs because they're the opposite color. I don't know if that's the actual term for them. What's the highest heel that I wear? I think my highest one now, I think it's a 6-inch. I mean, I've had some crazy, like, Kiss level platforms in the past that have, like, that I don't have anymore. There probably is bugs in the house. I mean, like I said, I had to open the windows when I had ladybugs. Because I do get a few ladybugs in the windows, but that's pretty much the only thing. What are you doing? That's really the only bug. I mean, spring's coming, so I mean, occasionally you get a fly. I've had a bee here and there. Those I let out the windows as well. Yeah, I feel the same way. The economy it's scary right now, but like I said earlier, I think the best way to try to start this slowly would be to do curbside kind of things. Yeah, we could do a shoe collection. That'll be a video coming up soon. We'll do an updated shoe collection video. I think that'll be fun. like you can do curbside delivery with your groceries and stuff like that, but I think that a lot, like some of these smaller businesses, like I don't think chocolate shops are considered essential or florists, but like the places like that, I mean, those normally are kind of like delivery places anyway. But places that are closed, that are small mom and pop places, let be careful. Like call in your order if you know what you want. Put the pictures up of your inventory that you have online. Put pictures up in your window so that people can come up and point what they would like. Stuff like that to get things open. And then you don't have to worry about the 6 foot rule thing. Like you just go pick up the thing for the person and meet them there. Like Yankee Candle or something like that. So you order your things online, you go there and you pick it up. Or you'd be like, call them, hey, I want this apple scented candle. Like this is just an example. You know, stuff like that, so you don't have to be in the store with other people. I think that's what we need to do. Is just kind of like a curbside thing, or like I'll come out to you and bring you your thing. I think that's kind of like the best way of trying to get things going at, at some level. She's playing with her old toy, one like her oldest toys. Oh, thank you. I mean, my channel is like, you guys know, it's a mishmash of all kinds of crazy things. Like, I haven't done a toy thing in forever, though, but I did get, there will be something coming soon. I don't think I showed you well, I got a toy before the whole lockdown happened, so I'll have to do that too. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I would be really ticked off if somebody shrunk me down with a shrink ray. I remember Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Mm-mm. All I need is for my daughter to try to like sniff me up. You can play with your toy. It's okay. That face. Oh, I haven't posted the picture on Instagram. I'll have to do that, but I'll tell you the story. So this past week, we finally had a nice day where we could go for a small walk. Like, have a good one. Take care. So, we went for this walk, and I noticed from one of the telephone poles, this was a really, really windy day. Honestly, probably wasn't the best day for walking because my nose was running like crazy by the time we got back from it. And, hi everyone, how are you? Bye, Kennedy. Um, so I noticed something coming down the back of this telephone pole. I'm like, what is that? It was, I wouldn't call it a baby squirrel, but an adolescent squirrel. And he literally came up to us. He was like, put his little hands out like this. Like, oh, he was so darn cute. I'll show you the picture I have of him. I'll put that up on Instagram later. But he was so scared. He was like, he crawled on my shoe. He went up my one friend's, not my friend, my coworker. Oh, he's kind of friend too. Her sweatshirt. And what are we going to do with him? Like, does he need rehabilitation? We looked it up. Apparently, he was old enough to take care of himself. We just brought him to like a heavily wooded area, and he seemed fine after that. But oh my gosh, he was like the cutest thing. So that was a very exciting day, and it was the wind that day was absolutely insane. It was horrible. Hated it. Hold on. Okay, I'll move it. I'll move it. There you go. Now you can. There you go. Sit in the sunlight. There you go. Oops. There you go. Enjoy. My laptop was in the way of her sunbathing. So now she can sunbathe in peace. You can do it. Do you need help? Hold on. Here. Come here. I'll put you up there. It's okay. I'm going to trip over one of these balls of yarn. There you go. There. Fur babies are the best. Is that too far away from the ledge for you? Oh, she's like, I actual baby. Hold on. All right. Here. Let me put you down for a minute. Let me see. Yeah, it's a little far from the ledge, honey. Okay. Okay. I got you. Here. There we go. Oh, I know. You want to stay over there? I know. Here. I don't want you to hurt yourself. There we go. We put you back now. There we go. There you go. That way I don't have to worry about you falling. There we go. Where my chair is that I normally sit, the sun's like coming in and she wants to be on the arm of the chair, absorbing that sunlight. And I guess when Joe vacuumed, he moved the chair out of the way and it was too far from the wall and she was afraid of falling. So I just pushed it up so she doesn't have to worry about falling. There you go. You get yourself a nice tan, girl. You enjoy that. At least somebody's enjoying. Oh no. There we go. I thought I messed up on my... So, this is the start of another bookmark. I normally like the brighter colors, but this pastel one has been really cool, but I can't find any more. But I think it's a really old one. It was given to me by one of the girls in the crochet group. And a lot of the yarn that comes is older, which is nothing wrong with, but it stinks when you find something you like and you want to work with more, because some of the colors aren't made anymore. Some of the companies don't even exist anymore. But that's okay. Maybe somebody will get to enjoy these. Like I said, I gave them a bag of over 100 bookmarks. So I have another bag that I'm going to fill. The only one I have are these 3 that I've shown you. Yeah, I could do that. But it's been a lot of fun. I'm probably going to, I do have some shoes that I'm going to list on online again. So I will send the pictures on Instagram so you guys can see them. And I'll probably do that later. I think there's some slippers this time. There's a couple different things. So that'll be fun. There's a lot I gotta do today. But here I sit. I crochet. Hi! But it's been... I need to take like a vacation day at some point because mentally I'm really needing it. I feel like I come home, I sanitize and everything like that. Okay. So it depends. It really depends. I wear all kinds of styles. Depends on my mood. Your girl is a Gemini, so her mood is always changing. Oh, thank you. I love you guys. Like, we're going to try... I want to try at least once a week. It may not always be on the weekend, maybe midweek. We're going to try to do a live video so that we can, like, interact with each other and know that everybody's doing okay, and... because you guys lift my spirits, and I love you guys. You guys know that. You guys have always been such awesome fans. Really. I can't say enough. So, I'm going to try... to do that. I think it'll be good. It depends, like, my days off. Well, I mean, I normally have the weekends off, but depending on what I'm doing during the week, things change. Like, I do my weekly, shopping. That's always days that I have to do the grocery, because I literally wash and sanitize everything. I do. But like I said, when I come home, working, I pretty much strip everything off. I put it in the hamper, and then when that's full, everything gets washed in hot water, just in case. You never know. They say that this virus can live on things. I've heard everywhere from a couple of hours to up to 5 days, and I was like, we're not taking that chance. Especially now. I do have a lot of flip-flops died this year, though, so I want to go shoe shopping, like, really bad. What was I saying before that? I have lost my train of thought. I hate it when I do that. Oh, thank you. But anyway, when I come home from market, everything needs to get washed. Clothes, everything gets sanitized. Clothing gets put immediately into, like I said, into the hamper, and then it goes into the hot water. Because when you're out in public, you don't know like how long this stuff lives. I've heard everything. Like I know we've just gone over this from a couple hours to a couple of days. Some people say that the virus can live on boxes for a few days. I don't think anybody really knows at this point. I've now heard that there's confirmed cases in cats. It's just insane. But so I haven't been doing many outfits of the day because then when I come home, I change out of those clothes right away. So what I'm going to start doing is showing you outfits that I have worn at work, and I might fill them on like a day like today when I'm not working and show you what I did wear throughout the week, or just other kinds of outfits. I do want to order some new clothes. I need to go. So I bought 2 pairs of Juicy Couture jeans before the lockdown back in December, and because I've lost some weight, as you guys know, and I've been feeling really good. I'm actually wearing jeans that I bought from Rue 21 years ago. They're like 7-year-old pants, and they fit me really great. Like I'm really happy with them. I don't know if you can see from this angle. Probably not. Yeah, sort of. But like I've made some really good progress. And I'm very happy about it. I really am. But I have old jeans that are too big and they fall off. And it's annoying, but hey, I'd rather that. But I do need to go shopping for some more jeans because I have a few pairs. But I'm very excited. But I also don't want to lose my progress now. I'm not sure. Yes, Julie, hard work does produce good results. And it's not something that happened overnight. As you guys know, I've been going to the gym for a couple of years now. Diet has always been very important. I've talked to you guys about that. You guys know that I do some vegan meals. I do a little bit of everything. And everything within moderation. Like, there's nothing wrong with having some chips once in a while, but it's all within moderation. And I think that a lot of people, oh yeah, absolutely disciplined. A lot of the people that I work with are like, I don't know how you can, because a lot of them will eat out regularly. And I try not to, because that's how you normally overeat. Like, I feel like you can't, like, my head's cut off. Okay, there we go. A lot of people overeat when they order out, because we've seen, especially in America, the serving sizes on plates are ridiculous. So I always, if I do eat out, I cut it in half automatically. Like, which is good because I get a couple meals out of it. But it's not something that happens overnight. And now, not being able to go to the gym and use some of the equipment that I normally like using, I've been doing different things here for cardio. I do have a workout bike. I hate it, but not that I hate it because I do use workout bikes at the gym, but this one isn't, it's not the same quality. It was given to me. It's cheap, but it works. I do jumping jacks, which is great to get your heart going. And I do a lot of different like abdominal exercises. I have weights here. I have an ab wheel that I really like doing. I can plank now almost for a full minute, which I'm really excited about. Because I remember when I first started to do planks, I was lucky if I could make it to 15, 20 seconds at the most. But now I can get to about 45, 50 seconds. Now, if I've done an arm workout the day before, I can't make it to the 50. It's more of the 40, 45. But I'm really proud of that because planking is hard. Like, I forgot, there was a woman who holds the world record for planking. I forgot how long she did it, but holy cow. Like, I think it was over a day. Something like that. It was a very long period of time. Girl. She must have trained a long time. because like I'm not at a minute yet, and I'm extremely happy about my ability to do that. But it's like with anything, you need to take baby steps. Like I knew when I first started my journey with that it wasn't going to be overnight, and I know a lot of people quit going to the gym or quit any kind of diet or anything like that because they don't see results right away. But if you want those results to last long term, it's going to take time. So, oh, thank you. So that's something that I kept reminding myself because there was times where it's like I hate this, I don't see anything, and then like I feel like it took forever, but then I started noticing things like this fits better, or oh wow, I haven't worn this in forever and it looks good. Like little things like you start to notice changes, and it's worth it. It takes time, but it's worth it. And I'm still working on like my arms and my abs are my two main focuses right now. Thank you. And so I've been doing a lot of work in that. Although right up in here, I from my arm workouts lately has been really sore, but that's all good. And back workouts, but slowly but surely, we you know, any progress is good progress. So that's what I say to anybody who is trying to whether lose weight or gain muscle or whatever journey you're on. Always celebrate your little things. Yes, and I want to go shopping so bad. I've been wanting to go to like TJ Maxx and stuff like that, and it's fun to walk around too. But I've been able to save some money, so maybe I can treat myself when this is all over to something really nice. Yeah, that'll be fun. It's looking pretty good, and I think one more. That's good enough. But yeah, so I have a few websites I like to shop from, so we'll probably order from one of those. Although, like I said, I do have some t-shirts and shorts coming in soon that I'm looking forward to. But I really want to go. I don't like shopping for jeans online. Although my one company that I like to use, I might try them. I did have a glass of wine yesterday. When I have to, because I gotta work tomorrow, I haven't been. Like, normally I would have a glass tonight, but I'm not going to because I have to work the next day, and alcohol can lower your immune system. Not that a glass of wine is going to do much, but I'll only now if I do have a drink, it'll only be like on nights that I'm not working the next day. So typically it's like a Friday night or Saturday night. So there's that, but that's fine. I did have a nice glass. It felt really good. Ooh, nice. Hello. Hi. How are you? Yeah. So now thinking that I'm probably going to be in lockdown for my birthday. Now I'm trying to figure out what to do. Like, I mean, not that you can do much in your house. It stinks because it's gonna finally be on a weekend, which I was so excited for because I wanted to go to Boston, but that's probably not gonna happen now. We could do a live stream. That would be fine. Um, but I'm turning 35 this year, so I mean, I know I'm like an old lady now, but I really wanted to, do something special because like the every like 5 years, like people do like special things. So I wanted to do something special, and I wanted to go to Boston. Oh, you're sweet. Let's be back in my 20s. But I get told a lot that I don't look like I'm in my 30s, so I guess that's good. But, you know, so I don't know. Maybe I'll go to like the market and maybe get some lobsters or something. Something special that I don't normally do. Because like I said, I wanted to do either Boston or Oh, thank you. You are so sweet, Julian. Thank you. I either wanted to. I was leaning towards Boston, but um, I've been wanting to go to New York to see a Broadway show too. I haven't seen a show in forever. That doesn't look like it's happening. I wanted to go to New York. Um, Beetlejuice was switching out the actor. I think it was in May or June that they were switching out the actor that plays Beetlejuice, and I wanted to catch the show before that happened. Well, that's not happening because there's nothing going on Broadway right now. Um, but yeah, that would have been nice. It's probably gonna be a while till New York gets. I wonder when this is all over, how long it's going to be before New York gets its tourism back to the way it was. Yeah, Beetlejuice is like one of my all-time favorites. You guys know. You know I live on the Eastern Seaboard. What gave that away? I love. I gotta say though, I really like the. There's so many museums in New York. There's a lot of great things in New York, and their pizza. Every time I go to New York, I have to get a slice. Which, being lactose intolerant, it's not good. But you know, I don't get to go to New York often, so. But it's fun. But I wonder how long it's going to take for them to recover from this. Because I'm sure that a lot of people are, like myself included, like how long it's going to be for them to feel comfortable going to New York and going to these touristy places and stuff like that. Probably going to be a while. I think the last show that I saw in New York, it was the Rockettes. I think it was 2015. So that was 5 years ago. I've been to New York since. Um, Last time I went was 2 years ago now, I think. I think it was 2 years ago. And we went to a show called Lips. It's a drag show in New York. And we hit a couple of museums. Like, it was a weekend thing. It was really, really fun. I went with a bunch of friends. It was so cool. It was 2 years on Palm Sunday. Because I remember us, the morning after we saw the drag show, we went to Starbucks. I haven't had Starbucks in forever. The Rockettes were really cool. But we went and we got Starbucks. We were just walking around New York because there's so much stuff to see. And there, I forget the name of the church. It's pretty famous church. And there was people coming out of it, and they were holding the palms for Palm Sunday. I'm like, oh, it's Palm Sunday. So it's kind of cool. I forget the name of that cathedral. It's pretty famous. It's like slipping my mind. I actually have a card from that cathedral. I can't remember it. It's actually really, really pretty. But that was 2 years ago. That was the last time I went to New York. That's a little depressing, but I'll go back one day. It's a lot of fun. There's this, like, NASA. That sounds like fun. I've always wanted to visit California. Maybe one day. There's so many like really cool YouTubers that live in California. St. Patrick. I think you're right. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Like, I know the card's in the other room, but me trying to find it right now with everything half packed is going to be impossible. Texas is awesome. Bunny, Graveyard Girl, she's one of my absolute favorite YouTubers to watch, and she lives in Texas. Where else? There's a bunch. There's so many states I would love to visit. Where else? I'd like to. I've never been to Minnesota. Oh, you live in New York? Oh man, you stay safe. Mexico has. I would love to go to Mexico. They have an underwater. I think it's in Cancun. They have an underwater museum. I would love to go through one day. Oh, you're in Brooklyn. Oh man, you're right in the heart. Oh man, be safe. He said Joey's grandma has a brother that lives in Jersey and he's got the virus, but he's doing better. I haven't talked to them actually since Easter, so we have to make a call and see how everybody's doing. Stay safe, Tony. Yeah, I've been praying for everybody in New York and for everybody's safety. I have a grandmother that lives in the city. Be safe. She's doing good. She says that she's been having no problem finding food, but where I am, it's like it's not been fun, but it's okay. Yeah, but definitely New York and New York, and Boston, Massachusetts are probably my two favorite cities. For different reasons, like they're both awesome. I couldn't pick one over the other. It's it's a tough choice. Plus, when I went on my cruise, I left through New York, which was fun. Like getting to see the Statue of Liberty and stuff. It's so cool, and like the history and my heart goes out to New York. There's another. Oh, thank you. More bookmarks. Thank you. You're kind. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And that goes for everybody, no matter where you live or what city you're living in, because it's scary right now. I never thought. I mean, I feel like every generation has something like this, and I never thought we would have something like this. And I guess I thought, cause like every like generation has a like the Kennedy assassinations, or the man walking on the moon, Vietnam. Like there's always something that happens. I feel like for a generation that they'll remember, like, oh yeah, I remember where I was when Kennedy was shot. Or I felt like for my generation anyway that was 9/11. Like I said, I have a grandmother that lives in New York, and she told me during 9/11 that there was like tanks coming up her road at the time. Um, she just hunkered down. She had like 5 dogs. She didn't want to come with us. No. Um, she just hunkered down. I'm not even sure if they were letting people leave New York at that time. Like I said, she had 5 dogs. She wasn't leaving. She was like, I'm staying. Doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure people were evacuating New York when that happened. Because I remember hearing stories about boats coming back and forth, getting people across to get them out of New York. And a family member of mine, I don't exactly, I believe is my mom's cousin, was a first responder in during 9/11, and now has the 9/11 disease from breathing in all the asbestos and the garbage that was in the air when the towers went down. So, I thought that was, because that was crazy seeing, yeah, you don't forget that day. But I thought that's what, I guess, what the fire, because I remember I was in high school at the time, yeah, a long time ago, when it happened, and they were like, you're going to remember where you were when you found out the news of this day. And they didn't tell us while I was in school that day. I guess this could be an interesting story to tell. You guys want to hear the story? I guess so. I guess we can do this story, even though it's not like the most exciting story. So, that day, I was in high school, and we made it through. Our school didn't have periods like most schools do. They would take 2 periods and put them together, and they would call them a lunk, something like it was 2 periods was one, and it was every other day you had your classes. So I know the attacks happened early in the morning, and we went through our regular classes. So I had my like I said, in normal schools you have periods. We didn't. They 2 periods were one class, and they switched from day 1 to day 2. So you would have like 4 or 5 subjects a day, but they would switch off instead of doing it every day. It may not make sense now. It made sense to us when we were doing this. But anyway, so we made it through. Then my schedule was set up. I went through my first 2 blocks of, what do you want to call them? And then was my lunch, like square in the middle of the day. So that was probably around 12-ish or 11:45-ish was what my lunch was back then. And I never ate lunch. I would have maybe something to drink, something like that. Anyway, after my lunch period, went to my next class, which was going to be my English class. So sitting in the room and you're chatting with your friends and everybody, nobody knows what's going on. None of us had any clue. This was before everybody had smartphones in their pockets. This was 01. None of us had cell phones. The school still had the pay phones in the front so you can call your family members or whatever you needed to. So it wasn't like today where media is literally everywhere. It's in your hand. It wasn't like that, 20 years ago. Wow. Almost 20 years ago. Still crazy, but whatever. So, we're just talking and stuff, and I knew you could kind of tell there was something going on because the teacher was talking to one of the other teachers, and she shut the door, which was customary when class was about to start, but she locked it. And I was like, not really thinking too much into it, just realizing that this was kind of odd. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. Whatever. So now the bell rings, which means it's time to get ready for class. And you could tell the teacher she was very, I guess somber is the word I'm looking for. You could tell that there was definitely something wrong. And she's like, listen guys, there's going to be an announcement momentarily. Over the loudspeaker, we're all going home. And we're like, under normal circumstances, we all would have been like, yo, right on, man, yeah. But it was how she said it that was concerning. So at this point, we didn't know if there had been Columbine had happened a couple of years prior to that. And so that was something that a lot of people talked about because it was one of, not that shootings hadn't happened prior to that, but it was definitely something that people talked about because they didn't want to see this happen further. You know what I'm saying? So we were like, is there a situation like that? Once in a while, they did do, they would have a drug dog come through, so we were assuming that maybe that's what was happening. Really didn't know because the teachers weren't telling the students what had happened. And like I said, we didn't have the social media that is on today. It wasn't like you got to learn on your phone, oh my gosh, look what's going on. We didn't have any of that. So, I know it's like ancient times. So we sat there and she's like, it's going to be okay. You're okay. Your parents are going to, your parents will tell you what's going on when you get home, but you guys are fine. Don't worry about it. She said, all I can tell you is that you're going to remember this moment for the rest of your lives. And we're like, it's not necessarily good. It's not, no information. So within 10 minutes, we get this announcement over the speakers that due to something traumatic, that we are going to be sent home. And I don't remember if it was on a Friday or not. I don't remember it. But I don't remember going back to school until Monday. So I had a feeling, I don't remember if it was on a Friday or not. I would have to look that up. But we didn't go back for a couple of days, till the following Monday. Oh, thank you. So, went home, and the bus was extremely quiet. It was just a very, very weird feeling Everybody was concerned. Like I said, nobody had cell phones. Nobody knew what was going on. It was just very, very odd. Everybody was concerned. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So, got home, and like I said, in the area that I live in, it's very rural, and my parents' driveway is like 2 miles long. It's really, really long. And so my mom met me at the bottom of the driveway that day, which was very odd because she should have been working. I'm like, okay. So she picked me up from the bottom of the driveway. Oh wow, it's insane. So she dropped me off and brought me home. My brother is younger than me, and he had a sitter. So mom dropped me off at the house, explained a little bit what was going on, and she's like, this is what's going on. Like I said, my grandma lives in the same house that she does now in New York, and we're waiting to hear back from her. Your dad's at work. We're trying to get a hold of her. I got to go back to work. So it was insane. So now that I'm home, the news is on because the babysitter was there waiting for Anthony. Anthony's bus hadn't come yet because we were on different buses. My bus came first. His was like right behind. So now there's the news, and now you're watching because, like I said, Grandma being in New York, we would visit around holidays and stuff like that. So you got used to seeing like the Twin Towers and the Chrysler Building would have like different lights during certain holidays and stuff. Same with the Empire State Building. Like these are really cool things like we get to see when we go down to visit. So watching that was like something out of like I remember thinking this isn't real. I remember thinking it was like the Independence Day movie when they blow up the White House. I was like, there's no way this is real. It was just like I'm getting goosebumps. Like it was just terrifying, especially knowing that I had family not far from what was going on. That I had family that was responding to this. It was just insane. And then watching the second one, and then I remember there was something at the Pentagon, and then there was that one plane that went down in a field, and the story with that, I mean, I think they made a movie about it, that the plane was hijacked, and that the people on the plane were able to overpower these hijackers, and they ended up crashing the plane, which is absolutely, heartbreaking that these people lost their lives in such a horrific way. And I remember, like, everybody's like, oh, we need to go and take care of this, Osama bin Laden and stuff like that. It was just insane. And I remember everybody not sure, like, the uncertainty. What's going to happen? What are we doing? And, I mean, it's crazy, like, looking back and how things played out. I mean, I remember the first time we went to visit my grandmother after that. I don't remember how long after. It had to have been almost a year after it had happened. Because I remember I have a picture of, like, a Santa on top of LaGuardia Airport. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. But, like this, it's a Christmas Santa. So it had to be, like, almost a year later. I know we were talking to her and telling her, get out of New York, come to us. You can stay with us. And stubborn woman to this day. No, my dogs are here. I'm staying in New York. And she was fine. But it's still scary. She told us that you could see from her house, you could see like the smoke coming and the sounds, and it was just absolutely insane for her. And I always thought that was our tragedy. I mean, there's been so many tragedies since, like Sandy Hook and stuff like that. But like I feel like being as young as I was at the time and didn't understand politics, didn't really understand that kind of worldly thing, because you're a teenager. I was a teenager when it happened. You're not thinking about stuff like that. Boy bands were a thing back then. Like, I was more concerned when NSYNC's new CD was coming out. Total Request Live's Top 10 Like, that was my life. Like, going to Charlotte Russe and getting a new shirt for the dance. Like, we weren't concerned about economics, even though we went to economics classes and stuff like that. Like, this was just too real, you know? And then now you're learning about it because everybody's scared. Everyone wants to know what's going on. What are we going to do? So you start to educate yourself on it. It was very, very interesting. Um, and I just remember coming home and after watching that, crying uncontrollably, just watching people coming down from those buildings, jumping to think, knowing that they're not going to survive, but that they would rather jump out of these buildings than burn to death. It's just like I'm tearing up now just thinking about it again. Like, it was just horrific, absolutely horrific. And now we're dealing with this scenario here, which we knew. I mean, not that we knew. Like, we could see the killer. You know what I'm saying? Whereas this, we can't see it with our eyes. It could be on you and you don't know it. You can have it and not know it. It's a whole different level of fear. And it's not even just like, the United States dealt with 9/11, even though and I remember the whole, like, calling French fries freedom fries, and, like, I don't remember what happened with the French, but I don't think they were supporting us right away. I think they changed their mind later on. I remember people were, like, boycotting Grey Goose and stuff like that, and I remember, like, freedom toast instead of French toast. Like, people got really crazy after a while. It was like, really, people? But, like, I know that a lot of other countries came together with America with this when this all happened. And now we got the whole world fighting this thing that we really don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just insane. And then I'm seeing, like, people being like, I've seen some of the protests, and I understand people want things open. I totally get that. But then there's some that I'm 34. But then you got some people that there was a protest on why they weren't allowed. I don't know where it was in the US, but they weren't allowed to go to the hospitals to purposely infect themselves. I don't know why you would want to do that. I saw something on Facebook where they were like, you can't fix stupid, and apparently you can't quarantine it. It's like, it's just, I get it. This staying inside thing stinks. I'm not an introverted person. I'm a very social person. So this is killing me. It's driving me crazy. I would go to my crochet group once a week. I would go out to church, every week. Absolutely, Julian, you're right. Seeing friends and family, just going out. I'm a very social person, but I understand the importance of why we need to do what we're doing now. And I just wish more people would feel the same way, I get both sides. I get why people want to go out and do things, but you also have to keep in mind, I'm staying home because I don't want to hurt somebody that I love. So I really hope that we can get past this soon. I really do. Love you guys. We'll get past this. It seems like it's never ending right now, but hopefully in a few months from now we can look back on this and be like, we're stronger for it. I know that I will definitely look at things a lot differently after this, and I'm sure a lot of you will. The weird thing about this is, you guys know, I've talked about this numerous times. When I created this channel, it was a coping mechanism for me after the loss of my grandfather. My grandfather had died. This was a way to get my mind off of it. And he was he was a very big influence in my life. And he taught me so much. Like, my parents worked crazy time and hours because we didn't have much. I grew up very poor. And my grandfather would pretty much watch me after school and stuff like that. and he taught me so much. Now, growing up in World War II, where they didn't have food or anything like that, so they got very good at saving things and being very frugal, which I have always, like, he taught me these things, but we've been blessed enough that I didn't necessarily have to follow those things. I'm not saying that I'm a wasteful person, but like he would take the butts of celery and lettuce or sprouted carrots and potatoes, and he would plant them and grow them. Not that I never did. I mean, if I have a potato that's sprouted, I would just pull the eyes off it and cook it. But I was like, he had something. So I actually have some romaine that's growing from a butt that I saved from it. Because it's like, if you can get bonus salad, why not? So I've started doing the practices that he did. Like the banana bread. If I don't have enough bananas, I've been freezing them. Little things like that. Um, I'm starting a garden again this year, which I haven't done in forever. What else? There's like so many other little like things that I've done. Like now, like trying to like tell you what I've been doing. Like it's weird. I'm trying to think like some of the other things that we've saved. Like the scraps from fruits and vegetables. Like I'm starting to save them for a compost. So I plan on doing that for the garden this year. I have it in like a little container. I have a plastic thing that I want to put it in, but I might put it in the back of. We have like a little garage thing. I might put it in there just so I don't want the animals to eat it right now. Doing stuff like that. So recycling, like I got pickle jars. I'm going to see. Oh, thank you. I'm going to see. I don't know if it's possible, but like a lot of canning supplies are hard to find right now because everybody's planning on doing this whole garden and thing because everybody's worried about food. But I don't know if you can reuse, like if you get a pickle jar, how like, you pop the seal. I'm wondering if you can reuse those to can other things. So that's something I gotta look into. Oh, thank you. But yeah, just like stuff like that. But like pretty much like regrowing food and like saving things to make other things is the most that I learned. You can reuse those canning jars. Thank you, Julian. I wasn't sure. Somebody told me that you couldn't, but I've been cleaning them out and saving a couple that I do have in hopes of trying. I've never officially canned things. My grandfather did, but I've never actually canned stuff before. So I'm going to try that because I'm planning on growing a ton of tomatoes. I want to make my own tomato paste, and I do make a mean tomato sauce. I don't normally buy pre-made sauces. I make them myself. So I'm planning on doing that and canning those. I did buy a couple cans of sauce or jars of sauce. I donated a bunch of them because I know there's some people that, I would donate homemade sauce, but some people are like iffy with that kind of stuff right now. But I did buy some to donate because that's like a basic, easy meal, pasta and stuff like that. But I also like if I make English muffin pizzas or like homemade dough, I will use that as well. Um, just if I don't have time or didn't make the sauce. So that's what I do have a small like Classico jar. That's really the only reason I would have it. But I did buy a bunch of ragu or whatever sauces I could find so I could donate it. Aw, you're sweet. But yeah, so that's man, we've been talking for quite some time, guys. So for those of you that have been sticking around for all this, thank you. It's been a long time, and I'm really glad that we were able to sit down and talk and catch up on things. I definitely want to do more of these live videos in the future. I want to try to do it once a week if possible. It may not be always on the weekends, but I think that would be fun. Maybe do another lunch with me kind of thing. We stayed home For Easter, Joey and I did do, we weren't going to do baskets because we weren't going to go out and get, things because it's not worth exposing. I know I feel a sneeze coming on. I'm waiting for it. Thank you. Sorry about that. But we both had to go out on separate occasions to get groceries. So we both kind of got little things. My Easter basket's over here. You want to see my Easter basket? It's not much. Oh. I ate some of the candy. Because I don't have kids, so we get ourselves, so. So this is, my Easter basket. It's been the same basket for years, but I got a couple of goodies. So, got me the Reese's eggs with the Reese's Pieces. I don't like the ones without the pieces, but I'll eat them with the pieces too. He gave me an Amazon gift card, and now it's like I'm on there and I'm trying to decide what I want to buy, and I'm like overwhelmed. So I'm like, yeah. So he gave me that. And he got me a Butterfinger bunny. I like Butterfingers. I don't eat a lot of chocolate, but he wanted to give me a little something. He got me some of these. They're like hiding in here. I love dark chocolate. It's my favorite. So he got me these Dove dark chocolate. My favorite candy bar is Lindt, the dark chocolate with the chili powder in it. It's so good. Followed by the Reese's, the big Reese's. These guys, like the eggs, but I do like them with the pieces, but I prefer them without. But I love dark chocolate. Then there's a couple of these Lindt. They're just regular eggs. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. They probably did shut that down. You talking about Coney Island? I remember Coney Island. I heard that. I didn't think it was open because I thought it got destroyed by that massive storm. Because spring has sprung. And then he got me jelly beans. My favorite are the Bach ones, but he got me Russell Stover. I'm sure they're good. Yeah, it's creamy. Dove chocolate's really good. That's my Easter basket. Does he know that I don't eat a lot of chocolate? I'm not really a big sweet tooth. I do love dark chocolate. Like I said, my favorite is the Lindt bar with the hot pepper flakes. Do I want another one? Nah. Put this back. Well, guys, maybe I'll make one more keychain with you guys. Keychain. Why do I keep calling them keychains? I don't know. Maybe I'll make one more bookmark, and then we'll call it a day. I'm going to use this one, I think. This really cool thing. Exactly, Julian. Like I said, one little chocolate's good. I normally have I sometimes have a chocolate at night after dinner. See, it's okay with moderation. Exactly. Everything within moderation. Like when I do get I almost did buy one of those dark chocolate bars with the chili in it. I might do it next time I go grocery shopping. That'll last me forever. If I just take a little piece, like, I really love having it with a glass of wine. Like, I'm not a huge sweet fan. I mean, my preferred, if I am having my wine, like my little snacky snack, would be some crackers and a little bit of pepper jack cheese. So good. Even though I shouldn't have cheese. Hello. Anyway, but if I don't have pepper jack cheese, because, I mean, I shouldn't be eating it. It's bad for me. I know. Being lactose intolerant, it stinks. And I've been having a hard time finding Lactaid. So, like, I haven't been taking it as often when I do have dairy, because I'm trying to make it last until I find some more. I actually, texted a friend that works for Sam's Club, so they're going to try to get me some. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. Hope But if I don't have my pepper jack, I really do like having a piece of that dark chocolate with the chili flakes in it. It's like that and a little bit of wine. It's just, oh, it's so good. I'm not a fan of milk chocolate. I'll eat it, but it's not my go-to. Growing up, um, my grandfather owned a butcher shop, and they had we ate a lot of things from the shop. So like all of the meats that he would prepare, and he would get German imports. So I didn't really have like Hershey's candies till I was a teenager. So and the chocolate has a drastic different taste. Like American chocolate versus imports are very different. Nothing wrong with it, but I do not like I said, I like Kit Kats. I'll eat a Kit Kat once in a while. I like the Reese's mainly for the peanut butter. I can't eat plain milk chocolate. It tastes sour to me, and I don't like that. It's like nah. Like Hershey Kisses. Like if there's not like an almond in there or something, I can't eat them. I've been getting that on YouTube as well with lag guys. Same with Instagram lives. I don't know if it's because so many people are on using the internet. I'm not sure. Um, but I know what you're experiencing. I don't see myself lagging, but I have. I'm sure you're lagging, but I have seen that with videos that I've watched as well. But yeah, I just by the time I had Hershey's, I was much older, and I don't I there's a sourness to the milk chocolate that I really don't like. Because we grew up with the stuff that my grandfather would get, for the stores. Because he had like little import stores and stuff like that, that he would sell these products from. So when I had like St. Nicholas Day or when we did have Easter, it was stuff that was imported from Germany. Like I had real Kinder eggs at one point, like not the stuff that they call Kinder eggs here with the little like the toy in one half and then like that cream in the other, like actual Kinder eggs. Oh, those things are so good. Sad. I like those Kinder eggs. Yummy, and you get those cool toys in there, but yeah. So it wasn't until I was much older till I started having like Hershey and stuff like that. Like Milka chocolate was something that I remember seeing in Upa stores. Um, he did have some Lindt, and there's other brands. I can't remember the name of them. Kinder had all kinds. Kinder has more than just like the eggs and stuff. Kinder has all kinds of yummy things, like Kinder Hippos. Then there was, they were called cat tongues in English. I never ate those because I didn't like the idea of eating a cat's tongue. That grossed me out a lot, even though they weren't cat tongues. But yeah, I didn't have Hershey till much later in life. So I'm not a milk chocolate fan, generally speaking. I do prefer the dark chocolates or imported chocolates. It's just because that's what I grew up with. But it's still good. I'm just counting off, guys. So bear with me. This is a little stringy, this one. There we go. I was always told that I hold the yarn weird, by other crocheters. I don't know. That's just how I was taught. I was taught by a babysitter, growing up, and that's just always how I held it. My mother had me modeling when I was younger, when I was a toddler. and I did do some local stuff. But once I got into my later 20s, nobody had any interest in me because I was considered too old, and I guess 5'7" is considered short in the modeling world. Yes. So now that I'm 34, I really don't think anybody. Um, I would love to model. I really would. Um, but I don't fit your normal definition of what the beauty industry looks for. I know that. Which, I mean, I would, like I said, I would love to if given the chance, but I don't fit the typical mold that they're looking for. I'm not a Caitlyn Jenner by any means. Oh, thank you, Julian. You're so sweet. Yeah, this yarn is a little bit easier to use than the other one that I was working with, the baby yarn. This one's going to be interesting because it's going to have although I love black against neon pink. It's like one of my. I might finish my blanket off with a black trim. I haven't decided yet because I love how neon bright fuchsia pink looks against black. It's like one of my favorite combos. It's really windy today. It's been really windy for about a day and a half. It is what it is. You know what I could really go for right now that I haven't had since this whole lockdown? A nice soft pretzel with mustard. Like a really good quality mustard. I'll take the. I know a lot of people get like the draft cheese or the beer cheese, whatever you want to call it, with it. But if given the choice, give me the mustard. Oh, nice. Nice. My dog is sleeping in the sunlight. I'm telling you, that dog's got one heck of a tan. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, that would be so nice. But I'm definitely too old for Miss America. I think they're up to 29. Oh, thank you. You guys are too good to me. I love you guys. You always make me smile. I got some of the greatest subscribers ever. I really do. You're all so sweet. But I really hope that we can get back to some sort of normality soon. I've been wanting to film outside. Honey mustard's always good. I used to have a recipe to make honey mustard. I gotta see if I still have it. I was so upset when I did my curbside grocery order. Okay, so hear me out here. Oh, thank you. So when I go grocery shopping, there's two types of avocados. There's the really big Jagunda green guys. I think that they are I think they're called California avocados. They're like this. They're like that. They're huge. Okay. And then the other one I think they refer to as the Mexico one. They're the little green marble looking. Looks like a little rock. The typical avocado, right? They're smaller. So when I placed my order, I thought I ordered the big Jagundas because that's what the picture was. It was this really like they're a brighter green and they're bigger, and they tend to be more expensive because they are bigger. I thought I ordered two of those. The ones I got are the little guys, which I'm not complaining, but I wanted the bigger ones because I thought one I could use to make guacamole, and the other one was whatchamacallit. Joey has never had avocado toast, so he wanted to try avocado toast. They are more expensive, but they're bigger. I got the two little guys, and I'm like, I could have sworn that I bought them. It could have been my mistake, but I was more than positive. I looked at the picture that it was that avocado that I was looking for. I don't know. I mean, I'll eat it. I love avocado. One of my favorite things, like I'm gonna try to get a bag of avocados next time. I go do my shopping, because sometimes what I'll do is I'll just take half an avocado, I'll chop her up with some onions. Joey does not like cilantro. Kills me. I need to get a cilantro plant. And I'll put a little fresh cilantro on it if I have the plant. I normally eat that plant like nothing. And I'll put a little bit of balsamic vinegar and a little salt and pepper, and maybe some onion. You don't need much for an avocado. Like, the balsamic really makes it. Like, definitely give it a try. I always have a bottle of balsamic in the house. I went through my pantry just to organize it the other day. I didn't realize how many different types of vinegar I have. Apparently, I like vinegar and making vinaigrettes. I had red wine vinegar. I have white wine vinegar. I have just your typical regular vinegar, apple cider vinegar. Oh yeah, they are good with a little salt. I love a little bit of that balsamic on there, or a little bit of lime juice. So good. But yeah, I have like 4 or 5 different vinegars. I'm like, because I do like to make my own dressing sometimes. I do buy them too. Like, the one that the 2 that I really like buying from the store are poppy seed dressing. I love a creamy poppy seed. I gotta be in the mood for it. I typically like that. Like if I make if I put crab on my salad with some dried cranberries. Oh, thank you. I love to cook, Devin. That's one of my favorite things to do. I love cooking and baking. From scratch, because that's how I was taught by my grandfather. And then I worked for a little Italian lady at one point. She taught me how to do a lot of Italian cooking and stuff like that. And I just ordered. Does anybody know Emmy Eats on YouTube? I love watching her. I think she lives somewhere on the East Coast, I think. Do you know who I'm talking about? Emmy Eats? She's a relatively popular YouTuber, I think. Anyway, she just did she made English muffins, which looked so awesome and delicious. And she recommended she talked about, I think it's called the Bread Baker's Apprentice book. It's like really hard to find. I did find one and I ordered it, so I'm really excited for that, because this has definitely gotten me to I mean, I love baking, but I never really messed with breads that involved yeast, just because I never thought to. Like, it was always in the back of my mind. I wanted to make yeast rolls and stuff like that, but I never actually did it. I do have some yeast. So, those little English muffins that she made look amazing. I need to get some buttermilk culture, because she used that in there. But, yeah, so I ordered the book and I'm really excited. She just seems so sweet and down to. I would love to meet Emmy. She just seems like such an amazing person. Yes, and she raises bees, which I would love to do. I love honey. It's one of my favorite things. But she made these English muffins and she put honey on it from her own hive. I've never put honey on an English muffin. That sounds so good. I want to do that so bad. And they, like, when she opened it, it was fresh. It was still steamy. It looks so good. So I definitely want to do that. So I'm gonna get some next time I go. I gotta start like making like when I start thinking of things I need, I write down on my list. I hope I can find the buttermilk culture. I don't think that would be that hard to find. I found, you know what? I found it at Walmart and I didn't pick it up because I couldn't remember the recipe that I wanted it for, and now I remember it. Oh wow. It happens. It happens. But yeah, she seems really cool. I love watching her videos. There's a lot of YouTubers I like to watch. You know, I was actually thinking about I did do a cooking video at one point. I think I made stir fry. It's been a while, actually, since we've done something like that. But yeah, I would love to do something like that again. That could be fun. My food, I'm trying to think, like, I'm planning on at some point making a homemade mac and cheese. What else? I do plan on doing a zucchini bread at some point. I thought this thing was plugged in. Did the dog mess with this? I think the dog did. I think the dog unplugged my charger. Let's try. I really think the dog messed with the charger. I thought it was plugged in. I can't tell. We're gonna see if it tells me again that we need to plug in, but I knew she was up to something, little brat. It's not showing me a charge. I guess we're gonna learn the hard way. That little brat. I knew it. Alright. Well, let's hope that we can finish this before that. I knew that dog was up to something. I know that dog all too well. But I know the walls are ugly. Sorry, guys. I was hoping to be out of here by now, but my time here was served. It's time to move on. Like I said, I was kind of like the groundskeeper while this place was in an estate, and now it's been settled. So now it's time for me to move on. But now I can't because of the pandemic. But you know, it's fine. Because I know we've talked about that before. It's bittersweet, but it's okay. But it stunk. It stinks, I should say, because I wasn't able to, like, if I had it my way, this wallpaper wouldn't be here. I hate it. There would have been a lot more that I would do. I hate the carpet. I can't tell you how much, like, on my outfits of the day, when I do film in the hallway, how many comments are about how old the hallway looks. I totally know. Trust me. I can't stand how that hallway looks. If I was able to change it, I would have. But not able to. So, I get it. And I know I talk about that not often, but I do bring it up. Like, I'm fully aware that it is a very 70s looking hallway because the building was built in the 70s. Legally, it's not my place to change. I'm just here to maintain. So that's why it looks. Because trust me, I don't like this carpet. I don't like carpet normally, generally. I like hardwood or hard floors. Not my thing. Not my thing. But I find it that I'll never understand. And I know like some YouTubers will go after their haters. I mean, you do you. That's all up to you. But I will never understand, like, I've seen videos from YouTubers, some extremely famous YouTubers, that I don't like. I'm not gonna go on there and be like, you're a piece of garbage, you're ugly, you're this, you're that. Oh no! Cats are good at that. But what I don't understand is, you got nothing better to do with your time than to go on the internet and insult somebody. Like, I get that some people have this, they fail to realize, like, when you're watching movies or YouTube videos, I think some people fail to realize that we're actually, you know, we're real people. We're not actors. I'm sure some are. I'm not an actor. I am who I am. Like, you're seeing who I truly am. You know, I don't try to disguise my personality or anything like that. You know, this is me. So I will never understand why people go on the internet and like troll or just leave hate for other people. You have some problems you have to deal with. Some of the comments that I have gotten, I have removed just because of how some of them were pretty nasty, and I was like, I don't need other people seeing that. I do know that there are younger people who do watch some of my videos, and they shouldn't have to be objected to that. Even though I don't aim towards younger children, but I mean, like my toy videos and stuff, they do attract a younger audience at times. So, that's one of the other reasons why I haven't done a toy video recently. I do want to get back into it, but I still have to really look into like that whole law with the whole for kids or not. The toy videos are definitely more aimed towards kids, I guess. So I have to look more into the rules with that. But yeah, I just never understand people who will have to go online just to troll other people. Or I've had some people who, um, they definitely have confidence issues within themselves, because some of the comments I've gotten from some of these people, they are definitely angry at themselves for something or another and feel the need to attack someone else on it. You see, I never get jealous of other people or things they have. I've always had that mentality that, why am I going to be jealous? I'll just work towards a goal for that. I'll tell you a story. Now, I was young, and I was in college at the time, and I was working at a fast food chain to get myself through college, like most kids do. So the woman, I agree with you. The woman who owned the chain that I worked for had a few teenagers, three teenage kids, three or four teenagers, and one of them came in one day. I think just 16, like just got licensed really, and got all the name brands like the Versace sunglasses, the Louis Vuitton bag. Like at the time, because I didn't come from money, as you know, um, her entire outfit, accessories, and everything was worth more than my car. And I was like, man, it must be nice that your mother can get you, $1,000 pair of sunglasses. And I never let jealousy get in my heart. I was like, you know what? One day I am going to get a pair of Versace sunglasses because I love Versace even before, this interaction. I was like, I'm going to get my Versace one day. I'm going to get myself a name brand purse one day. Because I didn't. I think my name brand purse at the time might have been a Baby Phat. Like that was as high end as I had at the time. From TJ Maxx or, wherever. No, Burlington Coat Factory. Burlington Coat Factory is where I bought my Baby Phat, and I had a Playboy purse at the time. I never let jealousy consume me. It's like, what? And if you think you're jealous, like, why are you jealous of that person or that thing? There's nothing that you can't achieve. So I don't get jealous. I get motivated. And that's what I think more people should do. Like, you're jealous that that person has that really nice car? Pick up an extra shift, get a second job, work for it. You can have a nice car if you want it. Or your next door neighbor just got a boat, or somebody got a boat. Work towards that goal. Sometimes it's hard to meet goals. I'll tell you what. I did get that pair, not the pair that she had, but I always wanted like those really big Hollywood style Versace type sunglasses because I love like the Medusa head on it. I always wanted a pair of those, and I think it's how many years? I think about 2 years when I was finally done with college because I ran out of money to get to the next level. Um, Finished my college degree and all that jazz, and I saved up and I got those glasses. Absolutely. Oh yeah, I love thrifting. I absolutely love thrifting. Although where I live, it's hard to find the good stuff at the thrift stores. Although I have gotten some really great cardigans and all kinds of great things to wear to work, like stuff you find at Macy's, like Macy's brands, for like a couple bucks. Some of my favorite cardigans I wear to work are like $60 cardigans that I got for $2 at the secondhand shops. Nothing wrong with going secondhand at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. But point of the story is, don't let jealousy consume you. If you think or you feel like I like that, or you admire something about that person, there's nothing wrong with channeling that. If you do have jealousy, channel it into motivation. Don't become or let it consume you. Let it be a goal. Like, oh, I really like that. Like, I can't say that. Like I said, I don't get jealous. I don't. If I see something that I like that somebody else has, or I wanted something and somebody else has it, it just motivates me more to get it. I agree. Forget the Joneses. I've always kind of beat to my own drum anyway, like, follow my own path. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. But I've never let jealousy consume me, because some people do. That's never been me. Because really, in the end of it, who's it hurting? You know what I mean? Being jealous is just consuming you. The person you're jealous of doesn't feel anything. Same with anger or with any emotion, really. Like right now, we're all stressed and scared, and it's hard because, like, I know stress doesn't help us. It hurts us. It only hurts you. It doesn't affect anybody. So it's hard with that right now. But hating somebody is only hurting you. That person don't care. It's just consuming you. Same with jealousy. So guys, I think we're gonna get going. We've been on here for, wow, a very long time. But yeah, and we made some bookmarks. I'm gonna get the bag started and plop them in there. I like how this one came out. Look how cute it is. Really interesting. That neon green and pink looks really awesome. I love mixing colors like that. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you for being on here with me today. I hope that you guys are all safe for, wherever you live, whether you guys live in New York, whether you live in California, just be safe. If you're still watching the one from New York, you stay safe. I know you're in the heart of it right now, so are you still there with me, guys? We're lagging on this end too, so I apologize. But anyway, like I was saying, to everybody who lives in New York, please stay strong and stay safe. I hope that, like I said, I did hear in the news that they believe that New York has plateaued or has hit its high mark, its apex or whatever they're calling it. Apex? I think that's the right word. I think so. There's a game that Joey's brother plays that I think it's called Apex, so that's like okay, a little off on that. But they're believing that New York has kind of hit its high point, or they think they're at that or coming to the end. I don't know, but they're hoping that that's almost there. So please stay safe, stay strong. If you're in New York or whichever city or state, country that you live in, please stay strong, stay healthy, and do the best that you can. If you know of a neighbor that needs help, don't be afraid to help them. Food pantries are in need of food to help these people right now that aren't able to go out and help themselves. So if you can, donate time, money, energy, even if it's just a can of beans. Remember, we are in this together, and to help one another when you can. Please stay strong, guys. Stay safe. I love you all so much. Like I said, we'll try to do this again later this week. And I hope to see you all at that one. So take care, guys. I love you all so much. Bye, guys.